Hello and welcome to Pastor Tim Talks. ABC 3 in 3. The ABCs of prayer altars, 3 points in 3 minutes. M is for mission. God has a mission for mankind that he revealed to Adam and Eve before the fall. He said to Adam and Eve in Genesis 1:28 that God blessed them and said to them, "Be fruitful and increase in number, fill the earth and subdue it, rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, and over every living creature that moves upon the ground." So the Lord gave to Adam and Eve a mission of being fruitful, multiplying, subduing, and having dominion. That is, to further his kingdom across the whole earth and bring his kingdom onto that earth which he had created. And we are called to do that. Though Adam and Eve fell and they were cast out of the garden, cast out of that place of mission, through Christ, through the altar, we can come back into the garden to fulfill his mission. All the way through the Old Testament, you see God reveals his mission to his people at the altar. Abraham, it says in Genesis 12:6-7, "Then the Lord appeared to Abraham and said, 'To your descendants I will give this land.' And there he built an altar to the Lord who had appeared to him." That was the altar at Shechem. And so we see that God reveals at the altar to Abraham what his calling was, to go to that promised land and that he'd be blessed so that he could be a blessing to all the families of the earth. There was a revelation that God gave to him at the altar. And it's the same with us. As we go to the prayer altar daily, God will start to show us more and more and more what is the call upon our life. Not only is God's mission revealed at the prayer altar, it's released at the prayer altar. Genesis 13:14-17 says, "The Lord said to Abraham after Lot had parted from him, 'Lift up your eyes from where you are and look north, south, east, and west. All the land that you see I give to you and your offspring forever. I will make your offspring like the dust of the earth, so that if anyone could count the dust, then your offspring would be counted. Go walk through the length and breadth of the land, for I am giving it to you.'" So here Abraham was standing at the altar. There had been too many. There had to be a separation. Lot had to leave. But when that happened, Abraham was released into his call so that he could go and step upon that land to claim it. That promise that had been revealed at the altar, through the altar, authority was given so that he could go and be released into that mission that God had called him to. At the prayer altar, God's mission is revealed, it's released, and it's realized at the altar. Genesis 22:15-17 says, "The angel of the Lord called Abraham a second time from heaven and said, 'By myself I swore, I declare to the Lord, because you have done this thing and have not withheld your son, your only son. Indeed, I will greatly bless you. I will greatly multiply your seed as the stars of the heaven, as the sand which is on the seashore, and your seed shall possess the gate of the enemy.'" Here, Abraham had received or realized the promise in Isaac himself. And because Isaac was a promised son, Abraham was willing to give him up, an offering up to the Lord, but the Lord gave him back and said, "Here, there's a realization of your promise." So we come and walk into the fullness of his promises that God has given at the prayer altar. So I pray as you build your strong and effective prayer altar, you will have a revelation of his mission, you'll be released into his mission, and you'll realize the fullness of his mission, his kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven.